AITA for telling my parents I am willing to sell them my forgiveness? My parents expected me to be independent the minute I turned 18. They gave me the money they had saved up for my education and they started charging me rent. I was lucky enough to have a partial scholarship and I found a job in the city my university was in, so I moved there before the school year began. With my parents' money, my scholarship, and my wages I was able to scrape by. I rarely if ever spoke with my parents. I was kind of busy. I guess they decided that they didn't want that kind of relationship with my younger siblings because they were not presented with the same option. They both lived at home all through university and even afterwards. I am 34 now with a decent job and a great girlfriend whom I will be marrying this summer. I sent my parents and siblings an invitation. They called me to ask why they were not involved in the wedding. I responded that they hadn't really been part of my life in 16 years and that I was being nice by inviting them. They said that they acknowledged that they made mistakes when I was young, bet that it was in the past and that I should get over it. Against my fiancé's advice, I sent them an itemized bill for everything I paid for myself that they freely gave my brother and sister. I said if they wanted to be a part of my life they had to ante up. They said that they cannot afford that because they are in debt still from helping my siblings out. I laughed at that and said I hoped that I would see them at the wedding and hung up. My family are all getting a hold of me to let me know how much I'm hurting my parents. The thing is that I don't want their money. And I don't want anything from them at all other than their attendance at my wedding. If they can't do that then I'm fine with our yearly phone call. AITA, edit. They gave me $5,000 for school but then wanted $500 a month for rent. I wasn't planning on working while I was in university. So they would have gotten their money back in under a year. They did not make my siblings pay rent and they helped them with loans for their education. I got a job and have been paying my own way since I was 18. One of my siblings still lives at home rent-free. He is 26. Edit 2. Why did I disown my parents? I didn't disown them. I had no time for anything except work me school for 4 years. Then I started a demanding career I enjoy and was spending my time with people I like. They made very little effort to see me either. Call it conscious uncoupling. Edit 3. I got $5,000. My brother and sister got their school paid for. Edit 4. Why did I send my parents the bill? I don't want anything from them. I only sent the bill so they understood why they are not part of my wedding or my life. They could have attended, been polite, and left and our lives would have gone on without unpleasantness.
Relevant comment. Commenter. When you say you barely spoke with them, was it your choice or theirs? Did they try to call you regularly or visit you when you first moved out? What was the relatives, ones who are criticizing you, position in all these years? In any case, sending a bill to them when you don't want money is move. Your feelings are justified and you first need to decide if you even want a relation with them now? If so, be an adult and ask for things that you actually want, like a monthly lunch or something.
OP, I don't want anything from them. The reason we don't talk is because I fell out of the habit being a full-time student with 2 part-time jobs and needing the occasional nap and bathroom break took all my time up for 4 years. Update. I posted a couple of years ago about my parents being upset that I didn't make them a bigger part of my wedding. This was after a decade and a half of us barely speaking and all of us being okay with the state of our relationship. They did end up coming to the wedding and then going away afterwards. Which was great and exactly what I wanted from them. My younger sister just got married and I was invited. I don't mind my sister, so my wife and I made a trip of it with my wife's mom. That way we had childcare for our son. And we could have be a nice visit to my hometown, which I rarely visit. It was a child-free wedding, which was fine by us. However, my wife did still need to take a couple of breaks to pump. We had a cooler for the milk so it wouldn't go to waste, and this caused another shit show. My parents were upset that I didn't bring my son to the wedding. A child-free wedding they were helping to pay for. I just laughed and said we could get together before we went home. But this wasn't good enough. They said we had to bring him to the gift opening the next day. Pass. We had plans. I told them this and they were pissed that we were just coming to the wedding and then not visiting. We do not have that kind of relationship. They have only seen my son once since he was born. They have gone on 3 overseas vacations in that time. They both earn good money and have time to travel. They just choose to spend their time and money in other ways than seeing him. I am not sure how to convey to them that we are related but not really all that close anymore. I love them and such, but in an obligatory way. They are my parents. Anyways, that's about it. They seem to have forgotten my facetious offer to sell them my forgiveness. Oh yeah, my brother still lives at home. Rent-free. He has a full-time job as a teacher.